Alright guys, I'm here with another review for a mini chainsaw. This saw was sent to me by the ORBLON mini chainsaw company, and they asked me to do a test and review of this 6-inch mini chainsaw. Now just going over the box here, I'll show you what it comes with. Really nice case, heavy duty. And in this little bag you get here, this is a gravity fed with a little pump, just like a primer bulb that you would use for your oil on the chain, which is pretty cool. It has a little brush to clean out right here for where the chain goes back into the motor. Also comes with a little chain file and also a extra chain, which is always cool. And then your standard charger, safety glasses, and your instruction booklet, which I hardly ever look at. That's it for what's in the box. Here's the saw itself, which has some pretty nice features, more than the other saws that I've done in review. It has what I call a Fat Max battery on it, compatible with DeWalt. It will work with DeWalt batteries, and this will work in a DeWalt drill or hammer drill, whatever you have. Both the batteries are compatible in the chargers and in the drills itself. This is your bulb feed right here. You just press it a couple times, you tilt it down, oil goes right across the chain, and you're good to go. You fill it in with this little tank right here. You can see if you're low or not. Comes with a blade guard right here, and it has a lock system on the trigger, just like that. You got to push that halfway and the trigger locks up. You can't use it. So the motor sounds nice and tight. I have not tried it yet, which I will do later in this video. Has a good hand guard right here. Keep your fingers from getting smashed against the logs or trees or limbs, whatever you decide. It's a great little pruning saw, that's for sure. I could already tell just by looking at it. This blade is super sharp, which does run concurrent with all these chainsaws that I have tried. They really do sharpen up the blade, which helps it. Not many tools are needed. This right here just flips up. It's already a built-in screw. You just back it out, and that exposes the whole back of the blade. And if you have a jam up, or if you have to change or tighten up the blade with just a little screwdriver, and everything seems pretty cool. But I think the most convenient feature with this saw is it will definitely work with DeWalt. Now, a lot of people own DeWalts, and it's compatible with that. You could just take the same battery, put it right in the saw, and she'll run. And what I really like, because I have these little skinny ones that nobody uses anymore, I can take their nice big battery and put it in my drill, especially when I'm digging holes, and it'll run that. This is a 3AH power core battery, 20 volt, and like I said, it will work in the chargers, and they're both completely compatible. You can use them in either charger or in the tools themselves. So that's going to be it. So far, just by looks, it's all heavy duty hard plastic, sharp blade. It comes with a guard, comes with a safety lock, and overall, just by appearance, looks pretty good. There's no metal on this thing other than the blade and the chain. Everything is plastic, but it does appear to be heavy duty. It doesn't have an LED to tell you where your oh yeah, it does. It has an LED to tell you where your battery's at. Just a little push of the red button, and it has a light bar, so you know where you're at charging. And that's going to be it. We're going to take her outside. We're going to cut up a timber that I have lined up. I have to do it outside. One of the nice things that I really like about this is you can cut kindling inside your garage. You don't have to worry about the fumes. Completely cordless, and it could really come in handy as far as if you need a Christmas present, because it sells for less than $100. So we're going to get out there. I'm going to put it to the test, see what it can do, make sure it doesn't stall when I'm using it, and I'll come back and give you my final thoughts. Alright, I'm outside, and what we have here is a timber. It's a couple years old, and It's pretty good size, and it's frozen. Right now we're looking at, it's 5.5 inches across, and we're just about 2.5 inches thick. So if it'll cut this, it'll cut any limb or decent sized tree, you know, within the 4 to 6 inch. I wouldn't really go much bigger than a 6-inch log to cut that use this saw for. I mean, they're not chainsaws, it is a battery powered saw, so you know you have to use your head when you use stuff like this. I'm going to remove the guard, and we're going to see how she does. The battery is fully charged. I can tell that by the light bar. I got all 4 lights lit, and we're going to get just a couple pumps on the oil chamber there, get the oil flowing. You can just tilt it down and you'll see the oil drip off the end of the blade, and that should be sufficient. So we're going to take a couple swipes and see how she does. Well, that was pretty impressive. I'll take another one. Pretty nice. So this is a 6-inch blade, but this piece of wood here, as you saw, is a 5-inch. So you're just about right at 5.5 inches. So just because it says 6 inches, it's not a true 6-inch cut that you're going to get. But we're going to switch out. We're going to try it with the DeWalt battery. Now this is a fully charged, it's a flat DeWalt battery. We're going to put it in here and see how it does. It's just a little bit slower because it's not a Fat Max, but it does the job. You can see the chips flying. I mean, this blade has plenty of sharpness. We'll hit it a couple times on the oil. We'll do it again. Oh. It did stall once, but I think that was me. So we're going to go back to the original battery and make sure that was me and not the saw. Yep, that was me. Pretty impressive. A frozen timber. 5.5 by 2.5 inches. It's working pretty good. All right, we're gonna go back inside because it's freaking cold out here, and I'll give you my final thoughts on this saw. Well, you know, I'm pretty impressed with this saw. that was a pretty frozen timber. It's been out there since the snow started to fly around here, and it's pretty cold up here where I live. And it was definitely a frozen. And just so you know, I haven't charged anything. I just pushed this and I still have 4 lights. I took 10 cuts off of that 5.5 by 2.5 inch timber, and it didn't phase the battery one bit. So battery life is pretty good. So all in all, I'd say the performance is pretty nice. This blade's still nice and sharp, which I think that the way they sharpen these blades, which really helps this battery powered saws. She just plows right through the wood. You guys seen the chips flying. But you know, the oil injector, that works pretty cool. That's a good feature. You don't have to worry about it heating up and losing its temper, and then it won't be worth a shit. But this is a great saw. Anybody needs a Christmas present for their dad. Also, if they run a any kind of UTV, ATV, any kind of off-road travel, this thing is with this case here, so it doesn't get banged around. It's easily stored. You can definitely cut some limbs and stuff that happen to be in your way when your travels. But I recommend this saw. I have not had a problem with it. It doesn't appear to be easily broken, and with the extra chain and the file, you could touch that up. Oil injected. It sure saves a lot. You don't have to drag out that big 30-inch bar or 20-inch bar or whatever you might have just to do a little bit of work. This This saw here will certainly get it done for any kind of landscaping or trail clearing, or even clearing a tree for your climbers, for your deer hunters out there. This thing is awesome. She'll buzz off those limbs with no arm fatigue whatsoever. So that's going to be it, guys. I do recommend this ORBLON saw. It works for me. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.